Hi guys! Today we are going to be working on the letter U in our ABC journals, and I'm just going to use dictionary pages for the letter U. I know that's kind of cheating, but compared to some of my other videos, but I couldn't really come up with too many ideas for the letter U, and I kind of ran out of time, so dictionary pages it is. But I did come up with a cute idea on how to use them. Now, you could use any dictionary pages. It doesn't matter if it's the letter U, but I'm going to be using only U pages today. So let me show you what they look like whenever, what we're going to be making. So I have this cute little pouch, which I'm going to glue into here. But for the sake of this, I just left it out so that I could hold it up and show you the different pockets that was created. And I used some eyelets right here. So I can put a dangle right there. That would be really cute. And as you notice, that starts with the letter U. And then I created these two little envelopes. Um, they're really cute with some lace. And this is a snap, so it holds it closed. I wasn't very good with my snaps today, but and then you can have all this writing space on the inside. And everything is done with the letter U dictionary page. Here's another one. And this one just unsnaps. So I got two different types of envelopes here, but we're only going to be making this one today. Let me show you some more I got in my other ABC journals. Okay, here's another one that I did. Let me take them out. I haven't glued these in. I ran out of time, so I'll just hold that up so that you guys can see it really easily. We're going to be making that today too. Here's another one. Oops, that one just ripped. My snap just ripped, guys. So yeah, there. And it's really cute. I like this. I hold that one. And then this one, it says unwind, and I went around it so that it highlighted the letter U. And okay, so a couple more. I wanted to show you all of the journals. Okay, so this one is a bigger pocket, as you can see, because it's in a bigger journal. Hopefully you guys can see that well. And this one, I haven't finished decorating this one, how I want this one yet. Again, I used the eyelets here. And then here, I just put the snap, but I put it in the wrong place. I do not know why. I was having so many problems with these snaps today. So I'm not going to use snaps. I'm going to be using probably Velcro to close mine today. But snaps were cute. I liked them, but they were not my friend today. So yeah, and I want to finish decorating this, and I have another one of these to make to put in here. Well, it's not this one. I'm going to make the other one. And then the last one we're also going to be making is for this journal. Okay, so this journal, I don't have the pocket. We're going to be making that, and I need one more envelope. Okay, so in this one was my snap that actually worked well. Okay, and all this writing space. So you can see all the letter U in there. It's underneath on the back. It just kind of highlights it every once in a while. I think that was cute. Okay, so we're going to be starting. We'll go ahead and start with this one since it's the last one I got out. So I'm going to leave that out for reference. I'm going to be using this book page for that. And what I have is some paper here. And it is 8.5 in length by 4.5. Okay. And so the easiest way for me to show you how to do this is I'm going to open this and back up so you can see it. Good thing this didn't work the well. I'm going to use it as a reference. Was I just folded this up and then folded the lip down. Okay. Very simple, easy to make. But this one, I want to make sure that my U is going to be showcased on the flap right here. So I'm going to hold this in place. I can kind of see through it a little bit so that my letter U will go on the flap. So let's see, right about there. So the flap, it doesn't matter where you make this fold. But like I said, I'm making it so my letter U will be on the flap. Okay, and I just folded that. So I just folded that up and folded that down. That's very simple. That's simple, but I got it off. the edge a little bit, but that's okay because we're probably going to cut it anyhow. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is some glue stick. We're going to use that. I want to make sure my U is centered, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off right here. Okay, so I had to go find my ruler. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to cut that right there. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this down onto this flap. Okay, right here. I'm just going to, oh, that's cute, but I want it for this. But that was cute too. Might use it someplace else. So I'm just going to put some glue stick down. And the reason I'm using glue stick is because I'm going to sew around the edges. You do not have to, but if you don't sew around the edges, then please use a heavier glue than the glue stick because it won't hold very long. Okay? Okay, I'm just going to put that in place. I'm just going to use my ruler to tear this. You can get out your scissors. I probably will later, but for right now, I'm just going to tear that quickly. Yeah, that U right there is really cute. I'll probably use that to highlight something. Okay, so we have our U front and center, just like that. So I'm going to flip this over. Now, on this side, you have to remember what side you're doing. So this flap will also be upright. Okay, I kind of like this chair that says ugly. I'm kind of going to be cutting off the umbrella part, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this flap down. So when you have to be careful to make sure that you're always upright, I think that's the term, with text. So always keep double checking that you've put it on correctly. Okay, I'm just going to hold that down there, flip it over, hold that down, and then use my ruler again. Put it off at the bottom. There we go. And this edge right here. Like I said, you can use your scissors if you don't want to use your ruler, but okay, now I'm going to make sure, yeah, see when I fold it, this is like that. So that's going to be our envelope. So I need to do this panel, and I have to make sure that these two are upside down when I do this panel. Let's see, I got this one, it says Uncle, or I could use a different piece of paper. Let's see. No, I think I'll just stick with this one. I'm liking the look of it, so I'll just put Uncle right here. So glue stick, and then just stick this in on. Okay, put it this way so I can cut it. I may have to get my scissors out to get exact on this one. This one's a little, yeah, get my scissors for that little bit right there. Since I'll just trim this up really close to the edge. Here we go. And this side again. Oh, looks like I should trim right here too. Okay. There we go. And I got this panel down here to cut off. All right. Move some of that stuff out of my way. And got some glue in there. Okay, so this is our envelope so far. So it would open like this, and then this is the back side. So it's whenever you flip it like this is upright. Okay, so I'm going to move some stuff out of the way, and we are going to, this is where I need my reference again, because I'm going to match up the collar, the washi collars. I want to make sure I'm using the exact same ones or very similar ones. Let's see, I got some here, some blue. I just got those 4. Let's see. Oh, I got these 2. Okay. I'm not going to make them exact. I'm going to be a little off on them, but that's okay. So what I like to do is what I tried to do with a different one was take the washi and take it from one end to the other. And I found that it made the folds a lot more difficult than like this one. This one folds very easily. And I feel like it's because I didn't take the washi all the way through. As you can see, they don't line up, but that's okay for me. I don't mind them not lining up. I'd rather, have the fold, have an easier fold. So we're going to do just one panel at a time. So I always like to start with the most decorative piece, and I want to make sure I don't cover up my U here. Looks like okay. So I'm going to start with it because I don't want to cover it up. Okay. So I'm just going to put my washi tape. Let's see. I think okay, my washi is a little bit big for my U. So I think I'm going to wait and use that one in the back. Let's see. Have this one. That's kind of decorative too. Yeah, I think I'll put this in right here. So just run, this is the Tim Holtz fabric washi, so it is a bit thicker, but it should be okay. Okay, so I'm going to just peel this, hopefully it could peel. There we go. All right, it is upside down. Let me turn this around so it's not upside down. Just making sure I'm not going to hit the U's. And I'm going to cut that. There we go. And cut it more later. Okay, and then I'm just going to keep laying out some of my washi that I have. You can use any colors, but I found some of them, the color schemes, if you match them up a little bit, they kind of go together. Let's see. I laid my fat ones out first. That was another point. I usually lay those out first before I go with the smaller ones. I really wanted to use that decorative one. Maybe I'll just do it a little bit right here on the edge. It looks cool. Oops. There we go. I'll just do a little bit right there just to give it a little punch. I think I'll do the same with this. I'm going to just put it over here. Okay. Did I use them all? I think I used them all that time. I think I'm missing one or two. Oh, here it is. I was missing this one. So I think I will lay it right there just to go over the edge. Okay. So I'm going to pick this one up. Oops, that one didn't seal to the board. No, there we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim them off. I'm just going to close it up so I can trim them off real fast. A lot of times I just fold them over on the inside, but for speed, I'm just going to cut them off right here. Oh, got a little excess right there too. That Tim Holtz, it takes a little bit more to cut through because it is fabric. There we go. Okay, oh, this one right there. I didn't miss it. It's just, oops. Okay, wait. Like, what's happening? Why is that falling off? Okay, got it. All right, move these bits and pieces out of the way here. And, okay, so that'll be our first one. I'm going to go ahead and fold it this way so I can get the top pieces right here. And that one folded over and I don't want it to. There we go. Set that one back up. Hopefully I'm still on the camera here. Sometimes I forget that I'm not crafting for myself. Okay, this one, that one folded over, but it should be fine. Okay, So that will be the top front. I really like that. That came out cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the bottom one down here. I will put, I'm going to turn it this way so I can see it properly. I am going to put this decorative right here. And oops, I did notice that some of this decorative is kind of see-through-ish. So that's cute. So we'll be able to see through it. Okay. And let's add, I like this really pretty shiny. Let's add that. And the blue here. Actually, kind of missing this one on this, so let me add a piece of this before I add that other. I want to make, oops, should have left that on there to be able to peel it back. Okay, let's see, where's my cut line? Right there at the umbrella. I want to make sure I'm missing the boy. I think he's cute. Okay, I'll cut that one. Okay, and go back to the blue we got here. Let's see, I'm going to add a little bit right here on the end. Okay, now we can go back and add our small ones. I'm going to add this one right here. And this one right here. Okay, now this one will look different than the top because of the way I put them in different places, but I think that'll be okay. This seems like it needs something, just not sure what. Maybe I should have put that decorative one right there. I have another one. Nope. Oh, I don't. Oh, yes, I do. I do have this one. I'm just going to add it right here to the edge. There we go. All right, so that one's done. Now we're going to lift it. Hopefully it doesn't want to seal right there. And cut those off just like we did last time. Or you could fold them in. Okay. Okay. And move these. Okay, fold it this way. Oh, they all stuck on the other side. Let me try to peel them up here. Come on now. Here we go. One more. There. We're just gonna take my scissors right across this. Be careful, don't cut the envelope. There we go. I don't think I cut the envelope. All right, and one more panel to do. This one right here. So again, I'm going to start with the decorative one, which ripped last time. Gotta fix my washi. Okay. Doesn't want to cut. Yeah. I make you cut. Okay. And I think I will do this one. Piece of this. Got stuck over there. Okay. I'm going to do it right here. Okay. Making a mess here, guys. And let's see. Where else? What else needs done? Okay, this blue one. Okay, this one I think would look good right here. And the shiny blue. Should I cut the guy's head off? No, I'm just going to lay it on top of I'm just going to lay it on top of that. Okay. All right, now we can add this thinner ones. I already added that one. Okay, this one. And the font, I'm going to put it right here. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that one open. I kind of like it. So I'm just going to leave the picture, the image open on that one. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this one up and fold it, and then we'll cut those off. This is going to be sticky. Okay. Yeah, Tim Holtz tape. Okay. Okay, so I got this end to cut off. Okay. And this one. Gotta make sure everything's pulled up before I. Okay. Oh, this washi. Okay, it's just stuck to me. Okay. All right, so this is what we have now. It just, I think that's cute with the little boy at the bottom and the horse rider in the back. It all came out really cute. And yeah, I think that's cute. Okay, so I'm going to set this one off to the side, and we're going to make one more. So I want to make them at the same time so that I can go sew them at the same time, okay? So the first step was to lay down our dictionary pages. So I'm going to use this dictionary page for this one. So it doesn't matter how big the flap is. So I might make the flap a little bit tall, smaller for this one, just to give it a different look to it. Okay, so there, that's all I did was fold that up and decide on what size I wanted my flap. Okay, so I'm going to open that back up. I'm going to put the glue stick down and put my letter U right in the middle, hopefully around there. Don't matter that to me that much if it's in the middle or not. Move that stuff out of my way. Get my ruler. Okay, I'm just going to keep adding these. Let's see. Decided that I should cut this in because it was really close to the paper edge. That'd be faster. Okay, there we go. Move those out of the way, guys. All right, there's our letter U right front and center. That's cute. Okay, so the next flap is this one, which would be at the bottom. So I want to make sure that my font is all going in the right direction. So it'll be this way. Oops. Okay. Line that up. Push it down. All right. Just going to tear this one. And I will cut this one. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's in the right direction and that's in the right direction. I think that those came out cute. I do have a little bit of excess in the bottom here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off real quick. Maybe. All right, now for the back, I don't have enough, so I have to grab some more U paper. I had some sitting here. Okay, so I got some more. This one is slightly larger than that one, so it's from a different dictionary, but that's okay by me. I think that using different fonts is cute. Let's see, I'm just going to flip it over and put this in the back. Most of my other ones did use different fonts, so I just kind of mixed them up as I was making them. Okay. And this side. Okay. Oops, gotta cut this side. There we go. All right, so our envelope now looks like this with this on the back. Yeah, I do like that bigger. And it's time for the washi on this one. Okay, so for this one, I think I'm going to use the pinks. I got some pinks here. So I think I'm going to use these. Let's see. Again, I want to make sure that I'm going to go over, avoid the U. In fact, I think I won't put any washi on this top one. I like it too much. I think I'm going to decorate it with flowers on each side. So I'm just going to use the washi in the back. Now I am missing a washi. Okay, so I found my washi that I was looking for. It's a little more decorative. I think I'm going to use these. These are kind of darker. I'm not sure. Might just use these ones and grab another one. Okay, so I'm going to start with this pretty one here. And since that one's one there, oops, cut my thumbnail, not my thumb. I've cut my thumbnail. Just to clarify, I didn't actually cut myself. Okay, and another big one, I think this one. And then come back with some of the smaller ones. No, I don't like that one. How about this one? Do I like this one? Yeah, I like this one. Okay, and then come back with some of the decorative ones. And just going to use some of the small ones that I used from last time. From the other side, the other one, I mean. Don't know where the other ones went. There's one. Okay. Kind of like them laying up against each other sometimes. I think that gives a neat look to them whenever they're touching like that. Sometimes, let's see, I'm going to use a little bit of this right here. This doesn't stick very well, so I'm going to just add some extra glue on to make sure this one sticks down. There we go. Okay, like that. I'm going to go ahead and cut these off real quick. Let's see. Be careful not to cut into the edges. I've done that. Oh, like I just did. That. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do the ones on the bottom now. That one. Okay, I'm just going to leave that one. Wants to stay. No, don't go to it so in. There we go. I think I cut my envelope on that one, but that's okay. I can fix it later with a sewing machine. Well, it doesn't say I cut it right there. Okay, so this is what we have so far. It's on the back side. I think that's cute. So let's do this one right here. Now see here, I could try, oh, it's off a little bit. I'm going to cut I could try to match the washies up, but I don't see much point in it really. And it would just frustrate me because this is on the front and this is on the back. So the only time they actually would match is whenever you have it open. And that doesn't matter to me. I could even go in the opposite direction if I wanted right now. That would be cute, kind of cute too. Okay, so back to the big washi, which was this one. Oh, I forgot to use this one. Did I like that one? Maybe I didn't like that one. I don't know. Here we go, big washi. So trying to avoid all of the U's, making sure that the U's are easily seen. And what other big, oh, there, nope. Where's that? Oh, here it is. Okay. This one will kind of almost match up. There we go. Right. And let's see. Look at this one right there with this one. And what else? I didn't use this one, so. And one right here in the middle, so I think I'll use this tape, which looks like it's not going to sticky. I'm just run a bead of glue right down, just to make sure. There we go. Okay, that looks good to me. Put all my washi up, my glue up. Okay, let's trim those off. This doesn't take that long. It's just me being picky about where to put my stuff. Okay, I got one more flap here. Oops, gotta get everything on the edge. And here. Okay, so what we have is this one, front and back. I really like both of these. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to make the pocket that these will go into. Okay, so the first thing we need is some more dictionary pages, okay? So I'm going to cut mine at 9 by 5.5, okay? So I want to make sure that their lengthwise is 9. And I think this one is really close. So I'm going to do this at 5.5. Let's see. Might not have. Better do it at 9 first so I can see. Okay. Yeah, it's just going to be at 9. So I'm going to see if I have enough here. Might not have enough. I might have to cut this a little bit short. Nope, I got enough. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to use this one at 9 and 5.5. So it looks like this. And I'm going to cut this one at the same way. I'm just going to do 5.5. And 9. Okay. Now, what I have found with the other is that you might want to double this. If your dictionary pages are a little bit thin, you might want to go ahead and double them. I'm not going to with these ones because this one actually is pretty thick. Now, I'm going to take my envelope maker, okay? And you can do this with your punch, your circle punch or any punch you have. I'm just going to line mine up, and I am going to do the center. This is why I'm using this, is because I can see exactly where the center is. Got some hair on there. It's going to be 2 3/4, so I just line that up. And if I put both of the pages together so that whenever I punch, it's exactly even on both of them, okay? So just like that, and I got my little notch, okay? So that was all we're going to do with that. Like I said, you could do the same thing with a circle punch. I think I want this one in the back. So the back one, move that, is just going to be folded in half like this. Okay, just straight up folded in half, just like that. And this one is going to come down a little bit, and you notice my notches are still perfectly aligned. Okay, so I'm going to come down a little bit. I'm going to make a smaller pocket here. Look at that. Doesn't matter. And then I'm going to turn it over, do this side right where it's at, and I'm going to just fold this up. Okay, just lining it up and fold. So whenever you flip it back over, we now have two pockets. Okay, well, actually, we kind of got three here, because this pocket, I could make this into a pocket if I want to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make this front one into a pocket. But you could have three pockets here. 1, 2, and then 3. So, okay. So I'm going to put my washi right here. Let me grab my washi. Okay, so I'm just going to put some washi right here on this top flap. You can see this washi should line up perfectly. So I'm going to move that for a second. I'm just going to take out my washi here and run it straight across the top of that. Don't rip, don't rip, don't rip. Lining it up. Oops, I didn't get it lined up. Darn it. Peel. Peel gently. Okay. We'll try it again. Yeah, I think I got it this time. Hopefully you guys can see. Yeah. Scissors to cut that one. Okay, so I'm just going to fold my washi on this, and I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to fold it back to the back side. Yeah, just like that. Should be fine. Okay, so I put the decorative bit right there. I'm going to put this back in here. Now on mine, I did ink up the edge right here so that you can see the pocket right here in the middle. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Just kind of going down it and then doing that edge. Okay, that way it's a little grungier. Might as well do this one too. This one doesn't need as much because it is, these are very old. So okay, like that. Okay, that's all I did. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue to hold these in place until I get them sewed. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this middle one that was just folded in half, and I'm just going to run some glue, a glue stick up the edge so that whenever I close it, it holds like that. I'm going to put this back in here. I'm going to add some glue to this edge. Oops, that wasn't the edge. That's okay though. The edge here, and then fold it up, making sure it's lined up, guys. Okay, and then this panel will flip open like this, and I'm just going to glue the whole thing down. Like I said, you could use this as a pocket, and then you would just go up on the sides like we did the other, but I'm just going to glue this whole panel down into place, just like that. Okay. All right, so those are our pockets. So we have this front one right here, and then we'll have this one. Oops, gotta go sew. Okay, so now I'm off to sew these all together. Okay. Okay, so I got all these sewed together. Here's my pocket. I just went around with a decorative stitch on that one. This one, I just used black and went through the washi, as you can see, and then around the edge. This would be the inside. That's not what it's going to look like on the final, but that's what it looks like right now. Yeah, and so this one, I did not do this with the washi on this one. I really kind of just liked the way that the washi looked without the stitching, but I did go around the edges so that it enhanced that part. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our inside real quick. I am just going to grab a piece of plain paper. It doesn't matter. I think one will do. It doesn't matter which what you put on the inside, is what I'm trying to say. You could even just leave it plain like this one would actually be kind of cute, all plain, but I kind of want them to match the other one, which I already did, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. But otherwise, this white on there, it looks really cute. I'm just going to go around the edges on the glue, kind of avoiding the middle where you would write so that it doesn't interfere with your writing later. You want to write on this. Okay. All right, so I just laid down some glue. I'm just going to lay my paper right on it, hopefully. Shut down. Making sure it goes all the way up to the edge. Okay. And I'm just going to use my ruler and tear it down. And there is our inside. Okay, so I'm just going to let that dry for a second, and I'm going to do the next one. This one I have to kind of cover because of all the stitching, okay, because nobody wants to try and write in between stitches, right? So, I mean, you could leave yourself little tiny messages, but yeah, I'm just going to, you could use tea stain paper. This would be a good place for the tea stain paper to be. I want to make sure I really cover those stitches on the edge of there. Now, whenever you do write on this, and you will feel the ridges on it, but I think that would be okay most of the time when you're writing. Oops, down a little bit. There we go. Oops, still not lined up correctly. There we go. Just making sure that edge is completely edge to edge here. Oops. Let me smooth it down. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to use my ruler again, and I'm just going to tear that off. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to let that one dry while I fold this one. So I'm just going to go where my crease line was from last time and just fold up and then fold down. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and use my bone folder. I want to make sure those lines are creased. There we go. Now you could use round the edges. That's what I did on this one. No, I didn't do that on this one. I did that on another one where I rounded both of the edges. Okay, so we're going to add some lace right here. I'm going to let that one dry while I add a bit of lace here. Let's see. I want it to match. And here it is. Okay, so I used this lace. I was trying to see what lace I used. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that over and use that lace, which is this one. This one, yeah, this one. So I'm just going to go across the edge of this. Yeah. So I'm just going to take some of my Fabri-Tac, lay it down right here. Now some of them I put my lace on the outside, some on the inside. It didn't seem to matter what where I laid it. Okay, line that up. I'm going to cut that excess off. It still looked good, is what I mean. It didn't matter if it was on the inside or the outside. It still looked good. Okay, so there we go with that one. Oops, I think I got it uneven here. Let me move that back just a hair more. Okay, now I'm going to add my Velcro. I'm just going to add, where did I put my Velcro? Oh, here they are. Okay, so I'm just going to take my awl, and so that I can find about where I want my Velcro. I think I'm going to go a little higher with it because, yeah, I think I'm going to go a little higher so it's above the U. I guess it wouldn't matter. It's going to be on the inside. Yeah, I guess it don't matter. I was thinking if it was up here though, then yeah. Just going to put a little ding right there and try to ding it on the other side. got 2 dings. There we go, ding ding. And I'm going to put my Velcro right there and right there. Yeah. There. And then I'm going to decorate this with some flowers, I think. I have some cute little flowers that I thought would look really cute right here. So I think I'm going to cut this real quick so that I can have 2 flowers out of 1 sticker, hopefully. And let's see if I can open it. Maybe. Well, may have to get my tape out to get it. Man, hate that when I can't get them open. Let me try. Okay. Just had to get that. Okay. All right, there's one. Let's see if I can get the other one. Okay, so I got this one. There we go. Yeah, I like that. I think that's cute. All right, and I will put it in my pocket here. See, it goes in my pocket. I'm not sure which one. I guess it don't matter which one goes where, so I'm going to put this one in the front. Let's see how this looks. Oops. Nope. It'd be easier if it was glued in. I'm afraid of ripping it, so it's being very gentle. And then we'll put this one in the top here. There we go. Yeah, isn't that cute? That one actually be pushed down a little bit more. I think that's cute. Now, I could put the whole thing in this U. I could put the lace and everything tucked in. Let's try and see what that looks like. How tucked in there. Yeah. Okay. Just sliding it in can be difficult when you're dealing with delicate paper. So there we go. Kind of want the U to be, there you go. Now you can see the U tucking and the flowers peeking, and you can still see all the U's. I think that's cute. Bring it up just a hair. There we go. And then I would glue that in place, and it would be just a cute little pocket with all the U's. Okay, let's jump back to the blue one over here. We need to finish that one off, don't we? Here it is. And this one, and I used, okay, so I need to fold this one and bring that one down. See how easy that is to fold? It just goes right back into place, and it feels so good. It really does. It feels very sturdy. Okay, so this one I want to use a bit of this lace here. So I'm just going to put the glue on the inside. Okay. Feel like I'm all fingers today. And put the lace like that. I'm going to trim off the excess lace. There we go. Put that off to the side. We don't need it. Okay, be careful closing that up until that's dry completely. Okay, this one also looks like it could use a little bit of decoration right there, but I'm going to do that later. I'm just going to go ahead and put my Velcro down. So I'm going to just snap it in place right there. And close it up. There we go. And this was our other one that snaps. Yeah, see, this one has a cute little button that kind of brought it all together, and this one kind of needs Needs something besides the Velcro. Oops, got to wait for that Velcro to adhere. I have to probably come back and dry it, guys. I mean, glue it. I want to make sure it's stuck. There we go. So that's cute. And it matches this one. Two different ones with two different styles slightly. And then, oh, got my book. See what it looks like in my book. Okay. So here's my book, and this will be right here on this page. And I think we will tuck this one in the front. Don't want to push it down too far. There we go. That's cute. Put this in the back, maybe. Okay, there we go. Oh, kind of overlaps it a little bit. Okay, so I may have to do these a little bit different. I may have to tuck these into the pocket. So let's see about tucking it actually in the pocket and see what that looks like. I tuck my lace in. Okay, got one in. This one's not going to fit in the bottom. Okay, so this one has to go in the bottom, and that one has to go in the top because obviously I'm slightly over. There we go. And then this one has to go in the top. Not sure why, but it does. Okay. Yeah, like that. That's cute. Okay, so you can kind of make out the U there and push this down a little bit more. There we go. That is adorable. Do you guys like that one? Yeah. So that is how you make a double pocket with the letter U. I know I kind of cheated with the letter U because you could do anything. Right here would be a nice flower. I'm just eyeballing that. That would look. Oh, I think I'm going to put that flower right there, guys. I think that would make that pop. Okay. So anyways, I hope you guys had a good time with me, and I hope you guys use this technique for any dictionary page or any font really would work for this. But I just thought it was cute to use the dictionary pages. I don't often use them, so this was neat for me. So I hope you guys have a blessed day.